Hey there, lovers. Welcome to the very first episode of TTWM on YouTube, like I promised, okay? Now, if you're new to TTWM and you're wondering what is that, TTWM is short for Tea Time with Mika. I'm Mika, and here we'll be spilling as much tea as we can, okay? From pop culture to hip-hop culture to whatever surfaces the media, child, we will be talking about it over here, okay? And we don't shy away from TV shows, okay? We're going to be talking about our favorite shows and the latest episodes of our favorite shows. Mines are Real Housewives of Atlanta, Real Housewives of Potomac, of course. Yeah, we on that right now. And I'm sorry about the other shows. I don't watch them, so please don't come for me. But we'll also be talking about The Challenge. That's one of my favorite shows. I've been watching that for years. So Challenge fans, do not come for me, okay? I've been watching it since before TJ was the right. And one of my favorite shows, since I've been watching this show from the beginning, okay? From the very first start. RuPaul's Drag Race. Yes, child. We will get into those episodes. And the very first episode premieres January 6th. So get into that before we get into that, okay? So get into it, okay? If you want to hear what I got to say, if you want to talk about some gossip, you want to hear some gossip, and this channel is allegedly, okay? We ain't sitting here trying to get sued by nobody, okay? We talking about whatever is already on the streets. What they already talking about on the streets, okay? So don't come for me. All right, now, if you want to get into this, child, stay tuned. Alrighty, lovers, like I promised, we'll be talking shows and the latest episodes, okay? And tonight we'll be talking Real Housewives of Potomac. Now, I know they're mid-season. I had to get my show on YouTube before the year started, child, okay? I just wanted to start the new year with the okay? Forgive me. But if you've been catching up and you've been watching the latest episodes, then you already know the tea, you know what I'm saying? Now, I'm not trying to spoil this for everybody. That's why I'm talking about the latest episode days after. So please don't sue me. Everybody talking about this, everybody done seen it. Now, if you ain't seen the latest episode, do not watch if you don't want spoiler alerts. That's all I'm saying, okay? But let's get into this episode. I got my cue card so I don't fall and drift off into another topic, because I do that sometimes. But so the episode starts off with Karen paying Giselle a house visit, okay? Now, the last time Karen had went to Giselle's house, I believe Giselle was getting her house renovated. She was getting a few things remodeled and everything. And the girls were in her front yard when her and Robin were doing the Reasonable Shady show. So the girls didn't really get to go inside. So it was Karen's first time coming in, seeing the house, and seeing all that's been done to it. And child, Karen said that the best part of the house is the chandeliers, child. Those are not my words. Those is what I seen on TV. And I took it as shade. And you know what? I'm here for Karen, throwing her shade here and there. I love Karen Huger. And I thought it was funny as hell that she said that. But in my opinion, from the little clips I've seen, I think Giselle Bryant's house is pretty cute. It's nice, child. If you got the money to do all that stuff, why not? You know what I'm saying? I feel like her house looks cozy. You know, this is from the outside looking in, child. This is just opinion based. Now, I feel like her house may have, each room may have a different theme to it. It looks like an interesting house from the outside looking in. So, you know, so Karen basically visits Giselle. She comes bearing gifts for the children and everything like that, which was sweet. And you know Karen, if you've watched Real Housewives of Potomac, you know Karen and Giselle got that relationship where they falling in and falling out. Like they got that love-hate relationship, which is cute, you know. On the shows, child, on the shows. But yeah, Karen comes in bearing gifts and everything like that. And her and Giselle get to talking about, you know, Karen's upcoming live show. Karen's coming out with her own show where she'll be talking about her hot topics and, you know, having entertainment. So Giselle's asking her, you know, what you gonna bring to the show? And Karen's like, it's gonna be like Bloomingdale's, child. It's gonna be like Bloomingdale's. She's gonna have entertainment, cocktails. They're gonna have hot topics. And Giselle looked lost as hell, like, okay, this sounds like a lot of stuff going on, but hey, I'm into it. I can't wait to see what Karen brings to the table, child, because I know whatever it's going to be funny. But while Karen is visiting Giselle Giselle laying out some tea, okay, about the trip from hell, child. That trip was from hell for Wendy. I felt so bad for Wendy watching those episodes when the ladies were on vacation in Miami. I really did, because I felt like that was very disgusting, and I understand where Mia's coming from, because she said that, Wendy was coming for her man, and I get that. But you coming for Wendy over another man that's not your man. And, if I was Wendy, what I'm saying, I'm college educated and I got these words and I can use my words, I'm going to use my words. And that's what happened. And I feel like Mia couldn't take it. What I'm saying? She couldn't take what she started. And, it backfired. And how the girls chose sides because they didn't like this girl, it was just weird to me. Wrong is wrong. In my opinion, you're not going to side with your friend when your friend is dead wrong because you don't like somebody, child. You need to tell your friend you dead ass wrong, girl. So she don't go out there making a fool of herself some more. But Giselle gives the tea, talking about how one night they went out and Mia basically said, that, she shared her ex-boyfriends, with her best friend or with her girlfriend, Jacqueline. Jacqueline's her friend that came on the trip. So it was a surprise because the girls weren't expecting that. And Giselle also mentioned that she's seen Mia and Jacqueline in the shower together. Now, whatever best friend situation they got going on, that's on them. But I would never shower with my best friend. I'm not showering with my best friend, especially if we're in a mansion, child. If we need to shower and hurry up and get to going, baby, I will take a 10-minute shower and wash all the important parts. Get up out of there so you can jump in there, child. We don't have to get in there together. Now, they didn't have to do anything sexual. It's a little personal, child. I'm washing my coochie and everything like that, and you in the shower with me. Unless, I feel like Mia and Jacqueline got something going on. There's something strange about them girls. Oh. Giselle continues to drop some tea on Karen and basically tells her how one night the girls went out drinking. And Mia says, if my best friend ain't driving in the Porsche, I ain't a good friend. Basically insinuating that, she bought Jacqueline, her friend, a Porsche. Because that's what the girls took and they ran with it, you know what I'm saying? So Karen's just like in awe. She can't believe that Giselle's dropping all this tea on her. And Giselle is just cracking up off of Karen's reaction, child. But anyways, they get off of that and end up getting into a new scene where we see Ashley, talking to a friend of hers about the whole situation of house hunting with Michael. Now, on this season, they announced that Michael and Ashley are going through a divorce. They're separating, okay? And they don't even sleep in the same bedroom type shit. And Michael don't want a house. He wants to stay in their condo. Ashley wants the house. So it's odd that they're getting a house together, or he's helping her get a house. But I guess, it's really not that odd because they have children. So he's helping her like that. But I personally feel from the outside looking in, this is only opinion based, that, Michael is in control of all that's going on with Ashley. And I feel like that's sad. You know what I'm saying? To have somebody in control of all the finances like that, to where you really don't feel comfortable making a move without them. But like I said, I'm only watching the show. I don't know what's going on in real life. I just see what they put on TV for us viewers to watch, okay? So that's my opinion on that, child. To each his own. Now, Robin and Giselle get together for their live podcast, The Reasonable Shady, okay? Which was nice. I was loving that their show is skyrocketing and they're doing very well. Good job, ladies. And I think it's a good show because, child, they get into some shade. And who don't like no shade? We all love some shade, okay? And some tea. So I love it for them. And while they're talking, Giselle brings up the whole situation of Robin and Juan getting married again, okay? And how nobody's being invited to this wedding. Not even Robin's parents, which is crazy. Like, you get married again. I mean, I guess the first wedding was enough to get married again, as long as the kids is there, child. But I would want all my friends, especially my bestie, to at least be there, to witness this union again, you know what I'm saying? But I think Robin don't know the date because Juan don't know the date. You know what I'm saying? I feel like Robin just put the ball in Juan's corner and Juan is just watching the ball, child. Juan ain't even picked up the ball, child. That's in my opinion, so don't come for me, okay? But, they've been engaged for about 4 years. So, ain't nothing wrong with that. They've been engaged for 4 years, and to be honest with you, I feel like maybe that's the reason why there's no rush. Because they've already been, sleeping in the same bed, doing their thing. Ain't nothing changed. All they gonna do is just get it on paper, and they've already got married before, then they got divorced, and ain't nothing happened. They still living in the same house together. So what is there to do? I think the people want them to get married more than they want to get married. Oh, y'all forgive me, child. All right. I need these cards, child, because I'll be falling off the topic. So Robin wants a prenup before she gets married. She brings this up to Juan, of course, because I'm guessing that, there wasn't infidelities, but, there's reason to think that they may be or may have had been some infidelities. That's opinion. That's an opinion, you know what I'm saying? And Robin got all these businesses, okay? She got her hat business. She got the Reasonable Shady podcast. And she was into flipping houses, too, at one point, I remember. So she got all these businesses and everything, and she want to protect them. She want to protect herself, which is nothing wrong with the girl. Go do what you got to do. But Juan is looking at her like, girl, please, I don't want your money. And that's cute. That's cute. But protection, ain't nothing wrong with it, girl. Ain't nothing wrong with protecting yourself. So, whatever it is that you need to do it, baby. And then we get on to Candace. Now, Candace is not really my favorite housewives in the Potomac show. Because Candace, she reads, but she reads on a whole different level, and it's disrespectful at a certain point. Like, you could read somebody, and it'd be cute and funny, and you can actually get that person off that read, but when you really read to cut me, bitch, I don't know. I seen that season when Monique Samuels went ham, child, and Monique Samuels is one of my favorite housewives. So I couldn't believe that happened, and whatever caused her to do that. But child, I be feeling like Candace be poking the bear. And you can always use your words. But growing up in the hood, sometimes them words hurt. And sometimes you got to get ready, to nuck and buck. You know what I'm saying? So shit, that's what happened. It sucks, but you can't just be saying any and everything to everybody. That's just what I'm saying. So, but Candace, she getting ready at her video shoot with Trina, which I think is amazing. I'm happy for Candace and how her music career is taking off the way it is. It's beautiful. I've listened to her music before. I think she has a beautiful voice. I think she has a very beautiful voice. So I'm very happy for Candace and her new ventures, with her music. And Trina is amazing. What I've noticed, what I've seen off of every different show, whether it's Love and Hip Hop, or, any other rap show where there's, people trying to get into the music business. One of the females that I know that always helps up and coming artists is Trina. Trina is always helping somebody. She reminds me of, one of my favorite rappers, Miss Nikki. But Trina is definitely that girl. Okay, so shout out to the baddest bitch. Okay, she's doing her thing and showing love to the new girls. I thought that was really cute. Okay, so we already talked about that. Candace, child, I be talking. Okay, but Wendy gets back home from surgery, and she's getting taken care of by her mother, which is, I love her mother. Coming from a Haitian culture, we know how, the mothers is, just like that kind of culture, your mom's trying to sit here and give you a big old plate of food when all you want is a little bit of soup. Her mother was, pampering her and trying to feed her some pork chops. And Wendy wasn't having it. Wendy's like, girl, give me some soup and water. But, her mother was just trying to give her, a home-cooked meal that she felt her daughter really needed. But, child, I'm sure Wendy was sore, tired, and just wanted to relax. But I thought it was super cute, and after we see Wendy and her mother have a heartfelt conversation about how they're going to start taking care of their bodies more, they're not going to overwork themselves more because they don't want baby girl to follow in those footsteps, and overwork herself. Of course, they want her to be successful, but they don't want her to overwork herself to where, she ends up in a hospital, child. So I thought that was a great scene, you know what I'm saying? It's health is wealth. basically. You know what I'm saying? We need to know and we need to learn to, take more better care of ourselves, So I liked that scene. So after that scene cuts, we see Karen going to Mia's house, okay, to give Mia the heads up, okay. And Karen, I see you, girl. You trying to be a good friend as you have been, okay. So Karen goes to Mia's house and basically drops the tea on what Giselle was telling her about the whole trip and what she had found out from Mia. And she told Mia how, Giselle told me that, she looked up from where her room was, and she's from the balcony, and she seen you and old girl in the shower, you and your bestie in the shower. And Mia's acting like, it's okay, and it's nothing. So then she said, well, Giselle told me that, you let your bestie sleep with your ex. And Mia's like, well, we're weirdly promiscuous. And we've done some things back in the day when we were younger and everything like that. So, Karen's just like, well, are you guys lovers? Because shit, I was thinking the shit too. Are they lovers? Because what the hell, this ain't making sense. But Mia says that no, that is her friend. They are not lovers. They just have that weird kind of relationship. So, Karen is digging, and I love it. Okay, so Karen is digging, and she's asking, well, since you guys, because Mia has said in past episodes that she likes to let her husband do his thing, and she watches. So, I'm not saying that, Gordon and another man did something, but Karen asked, well, how about Peter? Have you opened the bedroom to Peter? Since you guys, have an open door in your bedroom type stuff, And Mia turns it down and says no, but she throws a but in there, but she did sleep with Peter's ex-girlfriend. Now, who we don't know, okay, but it's crazy, how that tied into that, and it opened our eyes to understand why Mia was so mad at Wendy, why she was trying to throw her bag at Wendy, why she threw the water at Wendy. There's no reason for it, it doesn't mean that it's okay to do it, but we understand why. That shit was a trigger. She knew that Wendy was hitting the trigger. Wendy probably had some tea. So it was surprising to know. But child, it's not like it was a real surprise. It's not like it was a real surprise. Because we knew. We low-key knew. Because ain't no way you're going to go that hard. And we understand that Wendy may have came for Gordon. But Wendy said that, that may be how you and your man do. That's what she said. And child, the girl, the person flew that thing. It was a hot mess, but hey, Andy, we here for it. We here for a child. So after that situation, Karen is out here doing her work, okay? Karen is out here getting the tea, okay? Like a good journalist / podcast / a blogger should, okay? She was doing her homework, and child, I wouldn't be surprised if Karen had her show and was talking about the girls. Shit, it wouldn't be the first that we see one, not a housewife. I don't want to, because she is a wife, but she's not a housewife. She's a doctor. But it wouldn't be a surprise if we seen, a live somewhere of her talking about the other girls. Shit, everybody else done did it. Candace went on live and was talking about how none of the girls is trustworthy. They all fake, and something like that, allegedly, child. And Robin posted it. Robin basically put her ass on blast in front of all the other girls. But it wouldn't be a first. Okay, so maybe she's collecting all these bones to have for her life, or maybe she's just collecting all the bones just to have. Who knows? But anyways, after that, you see the girls basically showing up to support Robin and Giselle's live Reasonably Shady show, which I thought was beautiful. The only person that did not come was Candace, with reason. We all seen how Giselle basically accused her man, Candace's man, of making her feel uncomfortable and all that stuff, not giving the whole full story, basically, because what her man said is that Giselle pulled him in the room, or Giselle asked him to talk to him, so you pull somebody in the room and you uncomfortable, child, what the hell? But hey, for whatever reason, it's your reason, child. So Candace, she stayed home, and to be honest with you, I would too. I'm not, if you talking about my man, my husband, I'm not coming to your show. I'm gonna send my support, from home, and that's if we on good terms, okay? So, but the girls came and they showed support. Now Karen came with her notepad, taking notes on what not to do. Oh Lord, that is some funny shit. But yeah, she came over there with her notepad, trying to look at, taking notes on what not to do. Okay, she said the auditorium, the theater that they had the show on was empty. Child, she said that it was 10 seats between everybody. Child, 10 seats. People could just stretch out and fall asleep. Ooh, okay. Forgive me, y'all. But I thought that was funny. I thought that was some funny shade. So Karen, said that and stuff like that. And then the host of the Reasonably Shady show, I guess she said he was a little lit, and he mixed up the names Giselle Bryant and Robin. So he basically mixed up their names and stuff like that. So the whole crowd was like, child, what's going on? But hey, accidents happen. I'm a firm believer, especially on a live. Accidents are going to happen. As long as you can fix it and continue on with the show as he did, we're all good. So that was really nice and everything like that. I liked that part. Well, I didn't like that part. I thought it was funny that Karen was throwing her shade. So after the Reasonably Shady live, Giselle, let me get onto this. So the show is going on, and it's a good show. From what I seen, like the little clips, it looked like, people was entertained. Looked like some of the girls was, checking their phones, but you know how TV works. I'm sure the girls was watching and entertained. They opened the floor to the audience. Now you gonna be in trouble when you open the floor to the audience, child. So they open the floor to the audience, and of course the people gonna ask what the people want to know. So somebody asked straight up, to Robin, when are you and Juan getting married? Child. Giselle had to answer it and said, in due time they got their thing going on or whatever. But the people want to know. They are on their 7th season, okay? On their 7th season. Now, I believe Juan proposed 4 years ago, which is fine. But they've been living together. Yeah, they got kids together, but the kids is I think the kids is grown enough to understand, that, you could be separated. I feel like they together because they love each other. They want to be with each other, and they're comfortable with how things are. That's in my opinion. Shit, I mean, they weren't married, but they still was sleeping in the same bed, doing their business, I'm sure of, and living their best life, and living their life, unmarried, together. So I feel like, there's no rush for them to get married because they already got everything that a married couple has. They just don't got it on paper, and they had it once upon a time. So, that's from my observation anyways. But so after the show, Giselle goes on and pulls Jacqueline to the side. Sharice is at the show too, child. Sharice, I did like her bouginess in the beginning of the I don't say the season, the beginning of the show. The first season, I love how bougie Sharice was. But I mean, Sharice is just, in the back, she's that friend that's like, she's giving me that friend that like instigates, that's just trying to be in there. She's giving me, I don't want to say Marlo, but she's giving me, like Sheree. That's what she's giving me. Like, she's trying to make her come back some way. You know what I'm saying? So that's just what I'm seeing from the outside looking in, child. That's just my observation, okay? So after the show, Giselle pulls Jacqueline to the side, and Sharice is there with her, and they're basically asking, so, that day when we were in, Miami, your girl basically said that, if I'm not a good friend and my girl's not riding around in a Porsche, or if my girl's not riding around in a Porsche, I'm not a good friend. That's basically what she said. So Giselle calls over Mia to get to the bottom of it because Jacqueline ain't answering no questions. And Mia over, in her own world with Robin talking their own business and talking about, their own stuff. Which I like Robin when she's not with Giselle. I like Robin. Robin be cooling, okay? Robin be chilling. But when she with Giselle, it's like she the sidekick, you know what I'm saying? And I don't want to do that to her, but it just comes off that way. Like, yeah, that's what happened, you know what I'm saying? So, but, when they came over, I was like, damn, I just knew some shit was going to happen. I just knew some shit was going to happen. So, Jacqueline went spill the tea. So, they bring over Mia, you know what I'm saying? And they trying to figure out, like, did Mia buy Jacqueline the car? So, Giselle asked, when we were in Miami, you kind of insinuated that, that you bought your girl a car because you said, well, if my best friend ain't riding in a Porsche, then I ain't a good friend. And so instead of Mia saying, no, I ain't bought that girl that car, that's her own car. Mia's like, well, it's in her name. Anything could be in anybody's name. You could buy anything for anybody and it be in their own name. It doesn't matter. So it didn't really help the whole situation. It made the girls want to ask more questions and everything like that. So then the girls proceed to ask Mia about, if she, if she lets, Mia, if she let Jacqueline in, her bedroom and everything like that. And what was crazy, what was odd, is like Mia was joked around. I knew she was joking when she said that Gordon don't have no money. Knowing damn well Gordon got money. Gordon gotta have some motherfucking money, okay? So that was a front. But I thought that was just to get off of the whole topic of, her getting her homegirl the car, which ain't nothing wrong with it, but you just gotta be careful what you say around people. That's all I'm gonna say, because people may be acting like they drunk or may be drunk, but they remember. And they notice and they know, child. So then the ladies, when I say ladies, I mean Giselle, proceeds to ask Mia, since she let Jacqueline sleep with her ex before, and she was okay with it, and she's okay with, her current man sleeping with other women as long as she can watch, has she allowed, the bestie in her current man's bedroom? And they both denied, okay? They both denied, which I was happy to hear, child, because you got to deny something, damn it. So they both denied that. But Jacqueline added on, like, she ain't my type. So it made the girl's head turn like, what the hell? What does that mean? So if he was your type, would you do it? And they like, no, we friends. We wouldn't do it. So I'm happy to hear that. And that's the end of that episode, child. It was a hot mess, but it was good. It was good. I can't wait to see next week's episode and what they got going on. So, which is tomorrow, okay? So I can't wait for that, y'all. I hope I did y'all justice. Child, I've been drinking this water. I don't know how I got air bubbles from water. It's legit water. But I've been drinking it, child, and I had air bubbles, which is gross. But yes, that was that episode, okay? It was a hot mess. But like I promised, I said I had some tea for y'all, okay? And here's the tea at the end of the episode. Child, let's get into this right here. So, check this out. You know your favorite rapper? The lover boy rapper, the one I be talking about? Yeah. He and a young lady, they had a little situation going on, and homegirl is talking, okay? This all over the media. All over the media. I'm just sharing with you what I seen, okay? Take a look.
So last month, Drake had flew me out. So I have made a video and I posted it on my Instagram story. It was a video of me inside a purple lingerie set. And I had tagged Drake inside my story, but I tagged him and I made it real small so nobody could know that I had tagged him in my story. So I did not know that he was going to even seek it. I'm not even going to lie. So he had texted me in vanish mode and was like, what's your number? With the heart eyes emoji. So I sent my number. Quick. So he called my phone, we chopped it up or whatever, and that's when he was like, he trying to see me, and I was like, I'm trying to see you too. So he had booked my flight for November 16th. Mind y'all, we texting, talking, all of that, November 13th. So fast forward, I got off the plane, he had sent a private out to get me, but before I went inside his house, they made me sign an NDA. So I can't really say too much, but I had looked up my NDA rules, so I know what I can and can't say. You feel me? So when I get in the house, we just sitting on the couch, chilling, talking. He kept on rubbing on my stomach and kept on asking questions like, do you want kids? And I'm like, what you trying to say? Like, if you want a baby mama, me, just say that. He just kept on rubbing on my stomach, asking me, do I want kids? I was like, yeah, I want one. I want a little boy. So we watch a movie. We drinking Casamigos. Then y'all know Casamigos bring out the freak up. So y'all know we did what we did. I don't have to go in detail about that because it's self-explanatory. But he did not use protection, which was a little weird, but y'all know I'm just going with the flow. So after we did what we did, we just cuddling and we're watching another movie. So everything went left when I pulled my phone out. So I had pulled my phone out and I had recorded him. And as soon as he seen me recording him, he slapped my phone out my hand. I'm not even going to lie, I got a little scared because that slap was aggressive. But after he had slapped the phone out my hand, he was like, you got to go. I was like, just because I recorded you, really? But I had posted the video on my Instagram. All the receipts is on my Instagram, so I don't got time for y'all to be like, I'm lying and all of that, because what do I have to lie for? Moral of the story.
Ain't that some crazy shit? Now, homegirl done fucked up, okay? What you should have done was kept that phone hidden until you left, or until he left you alone for a second. Take a picture of something, the room, shit. Then tell your friends about it later. But make sure you secure the bag. That man was talking to you about whether you like kids or not, on any of that extra stuff. You don't know the possibilities. You don't know the possibilities. Now, if you're trying to get married, you're trying to be in a relationship, this conversation ain't for you. But if you're trying to have fun, or you in the streets, child, okay, get the freaking bag. Get the bag. That's all I'm saying, okay? If you hooking up with, rappers and celebrities like that, and that's your lifestyle, child, get the bag. Make sure you secure the bag. And don't that homegirl could have had opportunities. Who knows? You know what I'm saying? Shit. You never know, but she done felt that. She done fucked that up, didn't she, child? Okay, but that whole situation was crazy. Now, I understand she probably was scared because she was probably in some remote place where don't nobody know where it is. She just signed an NDA, and she with Drake and all this stuff, and then he just snatched the phone. I'm sure she was a little scared, but, I think he was more upset about her, trying to film him or record him, because he don't like that. That man like his privacy, you know what I'm saying? So he wasn't feeling that. But as far as, like, put hands on her, I don't think he would have done anything like that, you know what I'm saying? I think he's just more of protecting his privacy. So that's the tea on that. Ain't that good? That's crazy. You know what I'm saying? Now, I got some more tea for you, okay? Now, there's some video surfacing of Jaguar Wright. I hope I'm saying her name right. Jaguar Wright. She's a singer, songwriter for R&B. She's also a neon soul singer, of course. And she's a narrator. That's pretty awesome. So she speaks on female rap and where it's at today, and how the men are basically writing the raps for the females, okay? How the ghostwriters are all men, and how men are basically speaking on female situations. You know what I'm saying? How they're basically pimping these girls. These women are basically ex-strippers. They're really not rappers. They're ex-strippers. So they're building them, and then they got the man behind them, having all the women sing. Remember when I told y'all, all y'all walking around talking about fake bitch, that's what my friend fucked on your nigga, you know what I'm saying? And you sitting there talking about this woman, talking about another black woman. Child, I told y'all, okay? But here's the tea.
Way 100. All of the hottest female rappers are all ex-strippers.
Yeah, that seems to be the brand.
All ex-strippers.
Yeah. Where they
And
build
let's
them.
keep it all the way 100. They don't write their rhymes, allegedly.
Nah, they don't build their bodies either. It just all come put together.
Let's keep it straight. This is playing make-believe at its highest level.
Oh, yeah.
Meanwhile, there's real MCs, female MCs that are writing their shit. Like, I would even appreciate it if they would let the real talented female MCs and ghostwrite for these bitches. But the women ain't ghostwriting they shit.
It's
niggas.
Yeah, it's the niggas.
Niggas is writing these bitches shit.
Hey, man.
And I was talking about this the other day on my live. All of these women are out here buying into all of the shit that all of these bitches are saying that's being written by a dude. This is a dude's perspective on how a woman should be talking, and then the other women listen to her and be like, ooh, that's how she's talking. That's how I'm talking, girl. Yeah, girl.
Hold up.
Oh, fuck with it. You know what I mean? Like, we all over here. But meanwhile, all of these words came from a man.
Yeah.
Who the fuck's power and who? I don't call that empowerment. I call that impimpment.
Impimpment. New word. Urban Dictionary. Write it down. Cosign.
You ain't empowering shit. This nigga is spitting the whole fucking pimp shit and juicing it up and putting a bitch word here, there. You spitting it out on his behalf. Like, for real, when you look at it, these ghostwriters is pimps, and the artists are they bottom bitches.
Ooh. You paint a, it just moved to the rap, I guess, because you paint a very interesting picture there.
I mean, seriously.
Ooh.
Whoever's spitting the game, whoever's writing the game,
Right.
is running the game.
That's a fact. That's a fact. Party. He won
Period.
them. He won them.
And they all strippers.
Yeah.
And all of them are still just trying to be Little Kim,
That's a fact. Hey, so I got a question.
who was a figment of Biggie Smalls' imagination, blown to life.
Those were some words, weren't they? Ooh, I felt that shit, man. Speak it as you can, Jaguar Wright, child. Speak it as you can, because we all know and we all see it, child. But it is what it is. So that ends my episode of Tea Time with Mika. I hope I served you some real nice tea. Now, this is my first time getting on YouTube, so I'm going to get better as we get there, you know what I'm saying? And I hope y'all like my attire. I know it's a lot, but I just wanted to get in the spirit of, New Year's and the spirit of Christmas that just passed. So I just put something together, but I'm sure the next video I'll be casual. I'm lying, I'm extra, but I won't be as extra, okay? Till next time, lovers. Mwah.